My entitled wife demanded I sleep on the couch like I was just going to obey, then got mad when I didn't. Last Monday, I finally bought something I'd wanted since high school. A Gibson Les Paul guitar in cherry red and a Marshall amp to match. $2,000 total. But here's what matters. I'd been saving my own money for this for 3 solid months. Not from our joint account, from side work I did every single weekend while Vanessa relaxed or went out with friends. $40 here, $70 there. Every single dollar went into a shoebox in my closet. Vanessa never asked about it, never helped, didn't even know it existed. Monday after work, I drove straight to the music store. Walked in at 4 p.m. sharp. The employee brought the guitar from the back and I held it. Everything felt perfect. The weight, the neck, the finish without a single scratch. I'd watched videos about this exact model for 3 years straight. I handed over $2,000 for the whole thing. They loaded the guitar case and amp box into my truck, and I drove home feeling like I'd actually done something for myself. Vanessa got home from her nursing shift at 7 like always. She walked past the living room and froze completely. "What is all that?" Her voice already had that edge. I was sitting on the floor connecting cables to the amp. I explained everything calmly, showed her my notebook where I tracked every side job for 3 months, showed her the folder of receipts and everything, just stared at the guitar while her face went red. "You spent $2,000 without asking me first? We're married. You don't just make decisions like this alone." I tried explaining it was my money from weekend work she never participated in or even asked about. She interrupted me completely. "I don't care whose money it technically was. You should have texted me before buying something this expensive. What if the water heater breaks tomorrow? What if the car needs new tires? You just spent $2,000 on a toy." Then came the punishment. "Sleep on the couch tonight." I actually laughed out loud because I genuinely thought she was messing around. I said, "Why would I sleep on the couch when we have a king-sized bed?" Her face went from red to crimson. "I said the couch. That's your punishment. That's how marriage works." I stared at her like she'd gone crazy. "I'm not sleeping on a couch as punishment for buying something with money I earned myself doing extra work. Are you actually serious?" She didn't say a word. She just stormed out, doing whatever she was doing. I heard her slamming drawers in the bathroom, running water, moving things around. When she finally came back an hour later, she found me getting comfortable on the bed we share, already in my pajamas, already under the covers. "Why didn't you sleep on the couch like I specifically told you to?" I was half asleep and confused as hell. I said, "There's a bed right here. Why would I pick a couch?" She sat on the edge of the bed, her whole tone going cold and serious. Started giving me this speech about marriage and respect, about how when one spouse tells the other to sleep on the couch, they're supposed to just do it exactly as instructed, like it was some kind of law I'd broken. I sat up and looked directly at her, genuinely wondering where the hell she got that idea. "I bought a guitar with money I saved from doing extra work on weekends, work you never participated in. What should I feel remorse about?" Her face went blank. Then she stood up fast. "It stopped being about the guitar the moment you refused to follow my instructions. You're being deliberately difficult." It's been a few days, and she's been giving me the silent treatment. She barely speaks to me, won't even look at me during breakfast. 2 weeks later, she still brings it up. She still hasn't gotten over the whole sleep on the couch thing that I refused to do, and she brings it up as if I did this terrible, unforgivable thing to her that she won't forget, like I betrayed her by sleeping in our own bed. After 3 weeks, I thought she'd finally forgotten about it, finally moved on. Then she hit me with an ultimatum out of nowhere. Now Vanessa wants me to sell the guitar, says if I cared about our marriage, I'd return it and put the money in joint savings. I said no, it's mine, I earned it, I'm keeping it. She hasn't spoken in 4 days, except to ask for salt at dinner. Nothing else. Just silence and that look on her face like I'm the villain in this story. My brother says just apologize and move on. Not worth the fight, but I keep thinking, why should I? I didn't do anything wrong.